I did the straps, I did the back. I only had to add the rows so that I can tie the straps up, and it's done. It has a tie up neck and a tie up back. And today I had this vision of a half daisy top with like flower straps. So I'm gonna attempt that live, and I'm gonna be live as long as possible. Right now it's 1:22. I'm gonna try to start at 1:30. Maybe when I get my people in here a little bit, I'm gonna hang out. Also, I really have to plan it out. I have to draw it out and come up with how I want it to work out. This is the book that I was using to do the calligraphy back when I was doing that. I haven't done it in a while, unfortunately. But okay, so here's my vision. I hope y'all can see, but I want the top to be like a half cup. And I've done this design before. It didn't turn out right. So this is gonna be my second. Well, technically, I did it before and it did work with something else. Oh, I changed the shape up. So no, I didn't do it again. This is gonna be my second attempt doing it this way because I want it to be a half cup bra. And then I'm gonna add daisy petals around it, like so. Right now it's giving bird, looks like feathers and a peacock, but by the time I do the colors, I add the colors in there, and I might want to stop midway. I have to figure that out. And do I want it to have, do I want the whole thing to be yellow in the middle and then white around? Because I did the same design with sunflower and it made better sense with that, but that was the one that I didn't quite get right, and I don't want two of them that kind of look right. So I'm going to try a different flower this time. And my idea is to do a half cup, which is um it's like you start with a, what's the word, the terminology, child. You start with a the circle, the invisible circle. What's it called? You start with one of those, and then you do half of what you would for a regular circle. And you stop and you go back around, you go back around. But the thing is, when you're making a bra cup, it has to come in at some point. It can't be flat. It can't go flat all the way through. So welcome in, y'all. I'm coming up with a design for this bra. It doesn't look good here, but in my head, I have I have an idea. But the more I'm thinking about it, it's giving egg because I want it to be a daisy, but I don't. The design of it is looking like an egg. So I also wanted the straps to be leaves. So this is more of a creative project. I just learned how to do leaves. So I kind of want to start adding that to projects a bit. So this is what it's gonna give. How does that look? Is that good? Does that look like scrambled eggs, y'all? Be honest. If it looks like scrambled eggs, y'all gotta tell me because I'm about to spend all this time and I don't want it to look like eggs. Maybe if I keep going and I do like a skirt. Y'all know I love my poofy skirts. I'm in a poofy skirt era. I think if I did like a poofy skirt, it will add to like the garden floral look. Like I want it to look like a blooming flower, not scrambled eggs. Okay, so it's almost 1:30. That's when I want to start. I make up my mind because what other flowers has a bunch of petals like that? Daisy is so easy. Hi, welcome in. I'm in the Atlanta area. Mm, USA. Mm, I could do a circle skirt instead. Okay, re redo this picture. I still got a couple more minutes. So, or what if I did a dress? I'll do that next. So I can do a skirt that kind of like has air up underneath it like that, like ruffles. And do this so that y'all understand a little bit better what I'm trying to take my time really so y'all see. I could do that with crochet. I can make a skirt like that. It would have some drawstring maybe. I could do a bow to the side. Am I doing something super girly right now? I kind of like that. I kind of like a bow. I just said let me take better time and I'm not. Bow to the side with the top. Okay, I got a minute now. No, there's too much happening. Actually, I don't like that. But with this design, I do see I want the top to be slanted. That probably will help. Not girly enough. Add two more bows and I thought about a butterfly. I really did. When I was making that bow, it looked butterfly-y. What if I did like a junk skirt instead of like just plain and I put a bunch of stuff on it, like floral stuff going up it? That would be fun. Well, it's 1:30 now, so I'm gonna start something. I want to be long as possible. It's pretty. Think so? Should I make it a dress? A dress could be fun. Hmm. I'm trying to decide which white I want to use. I have so many. I have so many whites. I have a pile of white right there. You crochet too? What's your favorite thing to make? I got a couple things behind me. I was working on that the last couple lives. I did my hair in honor of this design I'm about to do. Also, because I had on all black, I didn't feel like putting on the jewelry. These are cover up dresses that I've done. I don't know if y'all can see my, but it's made by Jaede. It's kind of, it's not bold, but made by in my name. And you can see all the stuff that I make. But right now, I'm going to use a 3.5 and I'm going to start magic circle. I couldn't think of the name, like an invisible circle, magic circle. So I'm going to do a long tail and let's get to it. Starting around 1:30 so I can see how long it takes. And I'm going to try to lock in. And with this being a bra top, I'm going to single crochet. And that gives me more room to play around with making it wider, making it more cuppy. Because you can't see that I went in a stitch as easily. Okay, so that's a good halfway point. I'm gonna remove one and then count, working backwards. Let's see, now that's a good halfway point. It's probably 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going back, tighten the tail and stitch it together so I don't have to think about that later. Get that is get that in there as good as possible. There we go. Now that's sewn in. All right, now let's get to it. From this point, I don't really have to think as much, except for, do I want to double it at this point, or if I want to double it at the next row. I'm gonna start out not doubling it so that I can start with a little bit of cup, and then probably double it for this next row. See, it's still flat, and I'm chaining 2, which is uncharacteristic of a single crochet row. Double it and give it to the next person. Sometimes don't you wish you could? See, these colors, it gives scrambled egg. Because the inside is gonna start like yellow, and then it's gonna be white. That looks like eggs to me. I don't know. I'm just saying. I've made a scrambled egg before, and I think I used these same colors. So that might not help my case right now. Let's see what we got so far. Sometimes colors in nature repeat themselves. I'll tell myself that. Also, if this don't turn out how I want it to look, I have a scrap box, and I just reuse on my scraps for other projects. Crochet scrambled egg and a pancake that was undone on one side, so you had to flip it. I made a spatula. It was for a child book that I made, like, those interactive books. It actually took way longer than you would think to do a project like that, but lots of fun. There's a name for those books, like a touch and play, one of those sorts of things. It was so fun. I had a page for food and like getting the character dressed and cleaning their room, and then I stopped working on it. I should bring it back though. It's in the box. I have all of the colors that I was using in that box. It just is so much to keep up with and sew down. And then I had to actually make the book itself, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. I have other projects to work on. All right, let's look at our scrambled egg. See how we're liking it so far. I think it's coming in a bit. It's coming up on one side. That means I did one too many stitches, at least over here. So maybe skip one. That's my chain 1, but I did 2. Maybe not doing 2 this time. Do 2 here, and let's see. So I gotta remember that my chain 1 is like ignored, to keep bringing it, to keep pulling the cup in. That makes sense. That tracks, right? Logically, if I have one chain shorter inside, it's gonna pull in this way if I'm also adding. Wait, no, maybe that's not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because it might work. It might work. Because in the end, I still can go into the bottom chains. Like I can skip. not a chain. You know what I mean, though. I can skip a stitch each other stitch when I'm done, and that'll really pull it all in. I'm speaking like this because you say you crochet too, so I'm hoping you understand what I mean. But this is the insanity you get when I'm doing a design, when I'm making a design and making up the pattern as I go. So that solved that. It's getting flatter. I didn't do it the first time. I'm not taking it that way. Like I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. I'm so sorry. We'll fix it in the end. I'm pretty invested in seeing how your scrambled egg turned out. It's in a big bin. When I go live tomorrow, if you're here, I'll definitely show it to you. Or I can show it to you any of these days when you around. These are the butterflies I found at Taco Mat, by the way. What you mean you fight people? What are you talking about? Are you trying to get me kicked for saying that? Did my crochet friend leave? I need to know if I'm making sense or not. This is perplexing me. I'm sure it's fine. It's gonna be fine, right? It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. That's your hobby? Mm. True, 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 true. True, 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 true. 10 minutes in, I'm a beast. I do though have to remember all of the roles switching that I done did already. I went off. I went off. Uh, what's it called? See now, what if I stop here and then created a new shape to pull it in and up? And then I can add the daisies to the outside of this after surface crochet. That might, yeah. I think I just figured it out. All right, let's lock in and let's just go. These are the butterflies. Yes. I made a butterfly a couple times before. Actually took a while. I should make another one right now so I could think about logistics and then get back to this. Sometimes that helps me to think about how something else works. Cause how I'm about to do this in real life though. Like in real life where I'm at. Cause now it's looking like a daisy. You know, I also made a sun. I made a sun and then the other side was clouds. I never finished it because I wanted to do a rainbow coming out the clouds. And I was like, that's gonna take a second though. So I sat it down. I should get that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow also. No, I'm gonna do that tomorrow only. I'm not getting that egg out the storage bin. That's gonna take too much searching and looking. It's small. I just have to come across that. Oh, Daisy. I can't see the vision. I just can't see the vision anymore, guys. You gotta get back to work. Oh my God. You slaving right now? You be forgetting people do that. What? Like labor? Ugh. I hope so. One thing about me, I like to stop. Actually, that's nice for motivational speaking. Just keep going. Work quick while you're ahead. Don't invest in losing. Only lose for a little while. Everything don't work out. sometimes, sometimes you gotta stop before you part of somebody else's story about how you was almost there. I know somebody that was almost there. I don't know what they doing now. Should have gave up quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out though. Getting back to work. Before I tell, I'ma tell. Uh-oh. I'ma tattle. You texting. They gonna take your phone. Don't they do that? Something like that. I heard that. Okay. This is what I gotta remember. One side a little bit longer, but you know what? Oh my God. I just did all of this math about how not to make it slanted and then said I'm gonna add a slant in the future. What if I just kept that going, that slant, kept that shape happening a little bit bigger? What would that look like? This is why I need somebody in here also crocheting and figuring that out for me so that I can not waste my time figuring stuff out. First row, regular. Next row, double, regular, double. Yeah. Okay, which one did I mess up? This one. So I got to do this one wrong. Uh-oh. What was that? Yeah, clue while you're ahead. You don't believe in that? Absolutely. Give up. Keep on giving up. One thing that you should not quit at is giving up. You do that well, keep at it. You be yourself. Go with the crowd. Lots more people got to be part of that crowd. Let's be honest. You could wear the coolest shoes out the group, but you still don't have to be part of that group. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Okay, now we start doing it correctly. Skip one, regular row, and this is where I started on the other side. Cool. And we've only been at it for 15 minutes. Like, we getting it done, y'all. I'm saying. If I knew what I was doing, I would be halfway done with both of these. I'm just saying. But I didn't have to figure out this math. This one is a double. Like when I start doing this butterfly in a second, I think I'm gonna do it when I finish this. I got all of the colors in front of me. I want to do a purple butterfly. Purple, blue, pink, and a brown middle. I feel like I did that before. Butterfly, butterfly. Purple. Maybe all purple. I'm gonna do all purple. Because I have to get rid of this purple. Okay, let's see what we got. What is it giving? I'm gonna need help picking out the colors for this butterfly. It's just too much to think about. I don't know why I just gave myself another task. I don't have to do it, but now I have to. It's already a thing. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do because I'm already doing yellow. Yellow and purple are opposite. So I could work from in between the two of those for any other additions I'm doing to this outfit. I think I want to do a junk outfit and make this a runway thing. It's already like where you going, but some people are eclectic and would wear a flower bra to the beach or to a festival and stuff like that. There's actually plenty of places that you can wear something like this. So to make it a little bit more creative, I'm gonna make this a dress. Do some redesigning because I need to know this now before I waste my time. Make this a full body dress. I'm seeing it now. The whole up here is going to be scoop neck. So what I'm doing now is just the base. And since it's going to be a dress, all of this has to be solid. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it's going to be solid. I'm probably going to knit the waistband and it makes it stretchier. So that's better. We are figuring this out. Uh, Knit the waistband. That solves that. Um, Probably knit it to about here. And then do a baby doll. I love that. Do a baby doll instead. Yeah, that's gonna take a second. But now this, I love that. Floral baby doll. And what if I did the bottom like a bouquet and I did a bunch of I made something like that before. I did a what's the thing that goes over a bed? A canopy. I did a canopy like that. That's gonna be so cute. Yeah, I love that. So I'm definitely gonna have to go to get some more white yarn. I don't have enough of any color to make a dress this big right now. Um, but does it have to be white? It could be green. What if it was a mix of greens or a mix? But you know what? White is a horrible idea. Anyway, the top is yellow. The leaves are white. Welcome back. So what color should the dress itself be? I don't know if care to make the whole dress a daisy dress, I could do a bunch of different colors on the bottom. And daisies come in other colors. I have so much pink. I have a baby pink right here that I use for this. I just finished that yesterday, so all of those colors are still right here. I got this pink, I got a hot pink, a dusty pink, um, like Pepto Bismol pink. I got a couple pinks. Pink would be cute. I committed to yellow in the middle, daisy. Let's hit up the Googles. That's nice. G star. Let's look up daisy. A purple daisy. They got like fuchsia ones. Got like orange. That's the classic. That's the one that I'm trying to do right now. So I feel like this is a decent color. The thing is with the other colored daisies, the center is not always yellow. So that's good. Sometimes I could do like a chartreuse because it's going to be a junk dress. I also want to put butterflies on it and stuff. Like I'm going to have a lot of fabric to add a bunch of different things. So the bottom, I say, so this is just how I want it to be right now. But I could also do like butterflies on it and other flowers. Probably do like a big flower on the side. Maybe some, I don't know, what else is like garden related? Bumblebee. I know I like this 3D bumblebee design that I do. Different size flowers, I guess. I'm committed to one side. It'll turn out really good. I hope so. I gotta be in love with something, and I still don't see a color, but from this, I like the fact that um it's gonna be really colorful, so I could really use any base color, but it has to be one base color. That's the bad thing. Also, if I put a bunch of fabric, I can do a double crochet with a big needle and it'll work out quick. Is this a cover up? Yes. I still want this to be a cover up. Um, so I'm feeling green, a dark green. What you think? Lilies? Let's look up lilies. I need some flowers with a bunch of petals. That would be cute. That looks like so much work. So many colors. But that's nice. I like that. A yellow and pink. That's perfect, actually. I gotta learn how to do lilies. It looks ruffly. It looks like a chain and go outside, do a triangle, and then go up it with ruffles at least 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And should I do the little stems? That would be cute. Could probably do a little stem. I see people do those lily purses. Let's look up crochet bouquet. Of course, roses. We don't want roses. Sunflowers don't really go with that bouquet. Daisies, lilies go together. Baby's breath. Would that be weird? It looks like other people kind of just did leaves with the combo, with a lily daisy combo. People doing leaves and whatever this flower is. That's, let me just show you. It looks like people put these flowers together. And for a dress, I don't want too much 3D. A little with the lily is fine because it's flat, so I can sew it down. It's gonna be 3D, but I know that I can sew it down. I was gonna have to do that with the other flowers anyway, but I can't sew down a rose. I mean, technically I could if I didn't um go up a row where I would have to sew it. If I just did scallions and then I rolled it together flat, I could probably make a rose. Let's try that right now. How long would that take? I'm eating up my time by looking up information. The time that I was supposed to use, the 10 minutes before I started this project to draw out my design. But this one looks so much better. It doesn't even make any sense. So let's see. Because then that might be the answer. A rose, lily, and some different color daisies. So this is how I know how to make a rose, a three-dimensional rose. I learned this years ago. And I would have to use a small needle like this. I don't know how many that was, but instead of making a chain so that it stands out, it comes out and then blooms, I don't need the part where it comes out. So I could just skip and start doing scallions right now in a chain and then go back up it and do some slip stitches too. Well, nah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna connect it with a single crochet so that I can go back into the single crochet. 2, 3 to make the to make, I'm trying to think and count. Y'all just give me a second. Y'all know how it is. It's gonna be quick. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It looks like it'll work. 1, 2, 3. And this is a pretty color pink for a rose because this is probably the same pink that I would use for the lily. Keep it cohesive. I'm gonna do half double and 5 of them. I don't even know how many of these things I just did. Two, three, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay. Mm, all right. How long did this take? I don't know. I should have paid attention because I would need a couple of these if it works. So this is a flat rose, allegedly. And see, this is what I was describing. I would roll this up and I could sew this flat onto something and it won't take up too much space. Perfect. And it'll still be flat onto the thing. Great job, guys. We're so smart in here. We're engineers. So I can make a couple of those. I'll probably do every color that I decide to use for the other flowers that I'm making in those roses. And those would be filler. And I might make some baby's breath with this super pure white that I have. And I'm feeling like also some leaves. I think I would do some pointy leaves and that's going to be perfect. Yeah. So let me jot this down so I don't forget because I drive myself crazy. I'll come up with all of these ideas and then forget what all I said. So lily, daisy, flat roses, and we said pink, that light pink, yellow, um, dress green, dark green, maybe. Might get a different green because like what about a green like this or like this? This one is more beachy to me. This one is cute. It has more texture to it. It's like fluffy. So it gives more like a flower. But if we want to do fluffy in texture, this one also. But I definitely don't have enough of this. And I got this from Michael's on sale. So I don't know if I can get this exact same uh dye color. Because sometimes my issue with Michael's is I don't go enough. So it'll be too long between the last time I got a scheme and they even changed the dye. So I don't know what I'm gonna use for the full dress. So until then, surprisingly, that's gonna take me the least amount of time. So until then, I'm gonna continue on the top half. So far, so good. If I could hold on to anything in my life, that would be so nice. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we have this little rose here. I like that. Put a couple of these the up the dress. It's gonna be poofy. It's gonna be like a baby doll dress. It's gonna come up here. And so this is gonna hold the dress together. And I probably have to do a tie up back if the dress is gonna be super poofy. In that case, I might want to make this like an extra large or a large. Because to be honest with you, it's more fun making larger dresses because I can put more stuff on them. I could do more details and designs on larger dresses than I could with a smaller dress. Even though they're faster to make to work up things that I've never done before, the better that I am, the less I need to know how to make clothes fit bodies And the more I just want to put my art on stuff. Like I just want to do stuff that's different. It's a double. Okay, I was right. But yeah, that'll probably be a lot easier to accomplish in a larger size. So I'll probably get two big skeins of some kind of green today, maybe, depending how I feel when I'm finished with this. Because I did say that I wanted to be live. I already got 45 minutes done, which is crazy to me. I said I was going to be live as long as possible, which probably means like 2 hours, to be honest with you. I'm pretty good with maintaining alive, but it's just me having to sit in one area and use my brain so much at one time that kind of gets hard for me to maintain, to think, to answer you guys and count and work on projects without making mistakes and messing up. Because also when I get off of this stream, I'm working on stuff that's not like live quality. This is fun to work on. But I have other projects that I just like. I'm actually working on this right now. And it's just this color. It's just green all the way through. That's not fun. But it's going to be a cute top. It's mesh. And then I'm going to sew down a bikini top on top of it. So it's going to be fun. Different. Single. I figure I came up with this idea yesterday. I figure it's gonna take me a couple lives to get it done, and I've been having an issue going live too and knowing what I want to make. Or when I'm done with a live, I just be over wanting to be creative. And I just work on projects that's been in my bin or that's sitting here like the one that I showed y'all. But doing art all the time is mentally exhausting. But it holds me accountable going live too. I like showing y'all what I've been working on. Sometimes I ain't been working on nothing, and going live will show that to me because I'll get stagnant or I get used to not doing anything or relaxing, and I don't have nothing to prove or nothing to show because I ain't did no work. Being a business owner is hard, y'all. People made it seem like it was just the answer to all your problems. I don't know why they keep telling us lies. I don't. This is the last row. Oh, I think I just did the last row, actually. Yeah. So this is the last row. My logic when I did this a second ago, I was gonna add shape to it, but now that I know I want this to be a larger size, oh my gosh, the problem with larger sizes I can't do. They need full coverage. This is cute for somebody that don't need nothing to be covered up. This is just the base to a flower. I'm doing the petals on the bottom. This is half of a flower, if you're just now getting here. So I don't want the flower to be gigantic and goofy looking. The bigger this flower is, the bigger the petals, the bigger everything. I don't want it to look crazy also. So I might need to sit on this design for a second, unfortunately. Do one more row and then think about it. So I can live with one more row. Do I want to make this larger, extra large? I could probably get away with doing all of these designs in a large, regular, just like a regular size large. How many inches is that? 24 in the front. 24, 12, 12, 9, and 9. I would have to do 9 and 9. No, 7 and 7. This can't. Okay. 7 inches and 7 inches. And then the petals is gonna be a whole inch and a half. Half petals. Maybe if I sew the petals on one by one instead. Gosh, I'm stressing myself out, in fact. Stressing myself out, in fact. I'm gonna stop this here and start doing the flowers. And then I can give my mind some rest. I know how to do flowers, and I know how I want these flowers to be. I'm not gonna work on figuring out a lily right now. I'm gonna make some daisies with white and this yellow. And then I'm gonna make some of these flat roses in different sizes. First one was small, so the next ones I'm gonna do big. That will make me feel better. Well, we were getting it done. We are being productive, doing a lot more work than I've done in a couple lives in 53 minutes. I usually just do like 3 rows and then set my thing down and be running my mouth, just talking, talking, talking. I did 2 cups, 3 designs, a flower, and it's been an hour. What color did I say? I wrote it down. Haha. Okay, daisy with the yellow in the middle, white petals. We'll start there since it's already out and about. Y'all don't let me forget that I said that. Daisies are first. About to do that right now. But you'll be surprised how quick. It's almost a superpower how I lose things or I'll lose track of thought or I'll forget what I said I was gonna do. Like it's almost a superpower how quickly I could do that. I could literally have something in my hands and then say, "Oh, I forgot my shoes." And then I'll have my shoes on and then I'll forget what I forgot. Like I had something in my hands. I do that a lot, actually. Object permanence, out of sight, out of mind. I just gotta walk back in the room to remember or go back to what I was doing when I remembered that I needed something. That sounds just as insane as it is. Either way, this is about to take a second doubling up all of these rows like this. But to be honest with you, if I did go up a row with this again, it can be It can be flat rows, or I won't have to double them after this point because I can start to make the cup. I can start to make it concave. It's starting to come in. So I think if I just keep going flat, it'll start to bring itself in, and then I can go in reverse from doubling it, skip a row, stitch it in, and it'll start to come in even more. Yeah, let's see. Okay, what did I say? Make some daisies and do some chatting. What do I feel like talking about today? I actually feel like eating these chips. See, this hour has passed. That was the easy part. That first hour is the easy part. I usually do that in a live anyway. I'm gonna live for an hour. It's this last stretch. Oh, let's take a little break. Okay, break over. So here's the thing. I don't actually need to make these very small. I'm gonna start out making them small. I'm gonna do like three small ones, three bigger ones, and even that might be a lot. Maybe two small ones, two big ones before switching it up. But in the bouquet, is it like six of them? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I'm gonna just do, yeah, I'm gonna just do the two and work smarter instead of harder. I'm gonna stop it here. I actually haven't made a flower in a long time. I have a big bag full of flowers. I am really good at keeping up with my scrap because I have it's just so much scrap. So many things that I started out just trying, and then in practice it's not quite what I thought that it would be. So I got these bins full of stuff that I just feel so attached to because I was proud of myself, and now it's like I just keep it because I've had it for so long. And I'm glad that I kept it because I use them now to make junk purses and backdrops and stuff like that. So it's not the worst. And I also sell them, but it's overflowing. So I prefer to not continue to add to it. I just want projects to be correct and done and use that bin up, not continue to add to it. Feel like, let's just see. See how it turns out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't these petals look too tiny to be a daisy? I'm a pericotic. Or actually, I'm gonna do double on the third. Let's make it a little bit pointy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I need to look at another picture of this flower, but to me this looks good. That doing a double crochet in the middle really made a difference. It does need some more petals though next time around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see. I'm not loving it. Something about it ain't right. It looks more like a star with yellow in the middle than a flower. It don't have enough petals, I think. Hmm. That's what their daisies look like. Look the same to me. If anything, I could have went tighter on the middle stitches so that it poofs out. Look up a regular daisy. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. So for this next one, I'm gonna make it poof out. See if that helps. Would it be easier to look up a pattern and follow that? Of course. Would it save me stress and energy and time, effort? Yes. Also, yes. So, what are you trying to say? This is far more fun in the end. If we were a movie, you'd be the right guy, and I'd be the best friend that you'd fall in love with in the end. We'd be laughing, watching the sunset. Okay, let's see. This should poof up. I'm gonna do a couple more rows so that it's just like too many. Try to keep this circle as closed as possible. I really should have did a half double all the way. Let's see. With the whites, yada yada yada. I know I'm gonna crochet into the back stitch. That will really keep it. Um, and I might, if I just single crochet into the back stitch, and then um, this is the first one. Doesn't really look like a daisy to me. Gonna single crochet into the back stitch and then do the same pattern again and see if that helps. And because I did a couple more into the center stitches, I should have a couple more petals. Maybe just one more petal would work to keep it from looking like a star. See, already it's poofing out versus this one is like flat because I crocheted into the back stitch. Where'd it go? And that is like the characteristics of a daisy. So that kind of helps. So let's just keep going before I get too excited and see what it's giving. Do three, and instead of skipping one, this time I'm not going to skip. I'm gonna crochet into every row because daisies actually have a lot of petals and some of them are like behind the other petals, and so it's gonna make it a little bit roughly, but because I'm sewing this down, I could make it lay flat when I'm done with the design. I need this classic daisy look at least one time so people can get it for the rest of them that that's what I was going for. And at least until I make it big, I gotta scale it up. Yeah, it's already looking better. So, should I still do the double crochet in the middle? I think so. One, two, three, four, five. Split. One, two, three, four, five. Split. Already like this better. Already looks more like a daisy. One, two, three, four, five. Split. One, two, three, four, five. Split. One, two, three, four, five. Split. Way better. Way better, Daisy. Way better. Just those couple fixes. I love this actually. Super cute. Way better pattern. And I'm glad I recorded this because I have to do it again larger. What? This is so cute. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, split. One, two, three, four, five, split. One, two, uh-oh, three, four, five, split. One, two, three, four, five, split. Last two, three, four, five, and we have a creation. Nice little ruffly daisy. Much better. I love her. Oh my gosh. Yes. Way better. Way better, Daisy. Okay. Um, I think I want to do some more roses now. Butterfly, 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 butterfly. Perfect. What color would go nice with these? What's a natural flower color that would look nice with these colors? Purple, pink, blue. Blue flower, blue, a blue and yellow daisy. The lily. The lily's gonna be so big. And I have to open up my laptop again to look at it. This and like a brown in the middle. I like that. Well, I like that on the green. Then I don't know what kind of green yet. I think it's time to quit everything.